What's up, crew? Welcome back to the vlog. I'm going to give you an insight into the feedback I give my clients. So previously I've done it all in email, but I've just made the change to video format, which makes, I guess, recording it and you guys seeing what I'm doing and saying possible. So let's get into it. Hey legend, great week. Can see that you really stuck to that 2100 number really well. 5 days were sort of on it or under it, which is perfect, mate. And the other 2 days were on maintenance or under, which is really good. Super proud of that. I know it's significantly lower than what you used to, but as you lose weight, your total daily energy expenditure requirements are less. So that's why this is going to happen. And we still want to push towards that goal of 105. And I know you didn't like seeing them scales go back up, but it's outside your control. All we can control is how much we eat, how much we move. So let's focus on them two things. I've got a post scheduled for 9 AM tomorrow into the Level Up group that's about having 4 main meals a day. See if you can make that work while you're at home and you don't have any sort of barriers on what time you have to eat, like a lunch break or smoko break or things like that. That's what I do, and it really helps with my protein intake. So take a look at that tomorrow. Amen to that. If we've got stuff in the house, I'll find myself eating it as well. That's the key, is really not having it in the house, and then it's harder. It's not impossible, you can still make it to the shop, but it's harder to make that decision that may not lead you towards your goals. Also, don't put too much focus on that weight, mate. Just keep focusing on the process. We're in it for the long run. If there's anything you need help with, reach out. Other than that, just keep the momentum rolling. As you can see, I've got 2 different forms in front of me. One is the daily accountability tracker that's from a short form they fill out each day. And the other one is a weekly form they fill out each week. Really good week. I can see you've tracked the full 7 days and your calories are really good. Even on the days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where there's been something that you've been unable to track within reason, you've still gone under your calories. Let's try and put a little focus on your protein this week. I know it is hard, but let's aim for that 100 grams of protein every day this week. I can see your steps. You've been really making an effort with them. Now with your weight, don't think that you're going to have as good of a result as what you have. How it's come down has been really good, so expect it to slow down a little. Let's just aim for that ½ a kilo a week. That gives you that freedom on a weekend to have them few little treats. Biggest struggles are work related by the looks, so I'm sure you do it anyway, but my only tip is try and plan your week for what you know is coming up. But I know you get stuff lobbed on you last minute, which is outside your control. And we're never going to eliminate stress, but if we can just find a way that helps you deal with stress is what I think we need to work on. So have a little think about that. So the daily accountability form is a form they fill out each day, and that tells me how many calories they had for the day, how much protein, how many steps they did, and also if they weighed themselves and any other side notes that they wish to put next to that day. So I can see you submitted the form every day, and mate, your calories are pretty much the exact same every single day. Like you're under that 2450, which is that deficit, and your protein's up around that top level, which is really good, and you're nailing your steps every day. I can see you did 7 sessions for the week too. That's really good, mate. And on Monday you weighed in at 85.5, and on Sunday you weighed in at 82.9, so a huge week. Don't expect them sort of losses every week though. Let's just aim for that ½ a kilo a week. Keep hitting your numbers. What you're doing's working. You started at 87.8 and you're down to 82.9, so it's unreal, mate. Super proud of you. Let's keep that momentum rolling. Biggest struggle is having your food prep, so really try and be thinking ahead and have them meals ready to go. If you got meals prepared, you're way less likely to make a decision that may not be in line with your goals. The weekly form tells me what their biggest wins were for the week, what their struggles were for the week, if they have any questions they would like Sarah or I to answer in our weekly Q&A, along with a few other short questions to help me give them a gauge and some really good feedback to help push towards the next step the following week. So see, you had a really good week of work last week, 2 new clients, lots of success sessions, well done. But 16 to 1700 calories, which is on your target, which is perfect, and your protein sitting around that 110 average, which is sort of around that minimum. So you're doing really, really well. Just remember with your protein, I see you've got that as your biggest struggle. It wasn't that long ago, it was only the 15th of last month that you were sitting around 50. So you've come a long way, so don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, we're after progress, not perfection. So over the next 7 days, your goals are hitting 10,000 steps, 3 litres of water, and your training, I'm guessing 5 sessions, maybe plus the Zoom. So doing up like the daily accountability form that I post every Sunday, that's a tick box for each day. This would be really good to help make sure that you hit them numbers. And I'm going to keep you accountable. Just keep submitting that form, because you know next Monday I'm going to get back on the video and I'm going to be looking at your numbers. Just a little side note, where you're coming into with your cycle, it is the hardest spot of the whole 4 weeks to adhere to your nutrition. So just over the next week, if you need to have a few extra calories, just do that, and just be mindful. Remember, you've got your maintenance calories there if you need, but just understand that what's happening at this time, it is normal and it is hard to adhere to your nutrition. When we swing back around to day 1, they're the easiest 2 weeks, and we'll really try and knuckle down there. But when you feel like eating more, just be aware of the reason why. But if it's the best week yet, let's build on that. Let's keep the momentum rolling. If you need anything at all, reach out. I'm more than happy to help. The video that I record then gets sent to the client, and they get video feedback on all their week's data to help motivate them, inspire them, and give them all the tools and tricks they need to take the next step the coming week. Now, don't feel like if it's bad, not submit it. Just get in the habit of submitting it. I don't really care if it says 5,000 calories. They're not my goals, they're yours. But let's just try and create the habit of submitting that form. Then I can give you a lot more accurate feedback, and I can, with the goal setting, so we set our 3-month goal, and then we break that down into 1-month goals, then we break that down into 1-week goals, and the 1-week goals have got to lead us to our 1-month goal, and our 1-month goal has got to lead us to our 3-month goal. And it all comes back to that daily action, that daily tick sheet. So if you could do that up and send it through to me, let's set some goals and let's really make this time a, opportunity. But all in all, can't fault you. Let's just keep the momentum rolling into the new week. And what you done this week, 5 days at a deficit, 2 days at maintenance, or 1 day was in between, that's what we want. That's going to lead you to long-term success. And remember, calories are the king. That's our main target. But then the next step under that is your protein. So we want to try and work on boosting our protein up while our calories not going over that 1850 target of yours goal. And you'll find that getting out and moving will make you more inclined to eat better as well. That's from a form. The calories you had